Hello, how you doing? My name's Martin. Welcome back to another video. So it's just a little update, sort of talking head video. I hope you don't mind me doing these sorts of videos where I'm indoors. I have got some clips and some footage to show you. But basically, you may have noticed that in front of the Shooters Brook video, if you watch my channel as the videos come out, in front of Shooters Brook there was a bit of a gap, like almost a 2-week gap. And I end up working, I work nights, sometimes I work shifts, and it just slows everything down on the channel and I can't get videos done and it gets really frustrating. So I thought I'd do a few more of these sort of update indoor talking head videos in addition to what I do as well, just so that there's not these massive gaps on the channel and people aren't saying, come on, what are you doing? When's the next video coming out? To keep you posted, keep you informed, maybe discuss some of the comments, some of the issues that have arose, and just to keep the momentum going on the channel, to be honest with you. So that said, a few days ago I had my friend Lewis here. Now some of you know Lewis, he's also got a YouTube channel, it's called Ringway Manchester, and it's mainly about radios and radio ham and things like that. But Lewis popped round because he's secretly into music, and I've got a program on that computer where you can turn it into any instrument you want, you know, woodwind, brass, synthesizers, drum machines, and you can make music with it, and he loves it. So he said, I need to pop round and play on the machine. I said, yeah, no problem, come round. So a couple of days ago, Lewis called round and we had a bit of a chat and a laugh. You'll see the laugh we had. But basically also, he asked me about the Stanage Tunnels video. In the last update I didn't explain very well why I took that video down. So he asked me again why I took it down and I explained it a little bit better. Having said that, I've now put that video back up online. Let's hope everything's okay. But the Stanage Tunnels video is back up online. So I'll just click back a few days ago and you can see what we got up to. The only reason I've got Lewis here at the minute is because he's come over to tickle my ivories. He's come over to play on my, it's called a digital audio workstation, and it's where you can make music and stuff. And because we've been messing about, we thought we'd play you a quick tune. We've invented something. So this is all free. Ready? So it goes something like this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
He can play, I can't. Mine's a simple bit. But I can only tell the joke once.
Why?
Because you won't find it funny every time.
I'll still laugh. I'll fake it.
No, you won't.
Well, tell me a different one then.
No, I've got no more. I only know one joke.
Right.
Trying to set up comedy with him, honestly. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Right, remember this
that
bit?
one, yeah.
Right.
Oh, right.
Right, ready? This is it. Right, this is the take. What do you call a Right. What do you call a hen staring at a lettuce?
I don't know.
Chicken Caesar salad. I can't even slurp. Yes, this is Lewis from Ringway Manchester. Some of you know him, some of you don't. He's got his own YouTube channel. It's far bigger than mine. He's much more professional than me. But he's just come over to try and... he's come over to play on my machine.
Ivories.
Which is this thing here, the ivories. Yeah, so...
Hangout, it's like a hangout, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So while I've got you here, the elephant in the room, as you called it, the Stanage Tunnel video.
The elephant's foot.
Yeah, where's it gone?
The actual video, the Stanage Tunnel video.
Yeah.
Well, I took it down. I probably didn't explain it very well in the last Talking Head sit-down video that I did. No one asked me to take that video down and I didn't get any hassle. It was just...
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I just laughed into the cup. Put your boot back again.
No, we'll just carry on because.
No, because I was literally like, oh, that's 20 seconds.
Right, just take it from the top.
Right. So while I've got you here.
I've got you here. You're in my house.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Put your boot back. Do it again.
No, that's all part. That would have been all part of the banter.
I've just ruined it now.
Right.
Put your boot back. I'll do the same thing.
Take 3 or 4 or whatever. Right.
Anyway. So while I've got you here.
Right. Yeah.
While I've got you in your house.
Yeah.
The elephant in the room, as you call it. I thought we'd address the Stanage Tunnel video. Where is it?
Right. Yeah. I probably didn't explain it very well in the last sit-down talking head video I did. I took that video down. Nobody asked me to take it down. It was one of them. I realised, well, somebody had said to me, you do realise you shouldn't have been there? And I was like, well, yeah. No, I know that. You do
was that
realise
someone official that said that to you?
No, it was somebody that...
Just a watcher, a viewer?
Just a watcher,
right,
yeah.
okay.
And you could get in trouble for that. And I was like... So already this person's playing on my fears anyway. And I thought, yeah, well, yeah, I know. And you've implicated yourself in trespassing and all this stuff. So it just got the better of me. The stress and the paranoia got the better of me. So I took the video down. Nobody asked me to. And I was gutted to take it down because it was such a great place.
So was it just your worry? That
it was my worry. I was worried, so I took it down. But it was such a great place, and the footage was, what we saw was incredible. And people liked that video, but I realised that by doing that, you could encourage other people to go in, and they might get in trouble. I realised that there's video evidence of me being somewhere I perhaps shouldn't be, even though we didn't break and enter or anything. So the stress got the better of me, and I took it down basically. I'm still in a dilemma as to what to do, but
I think you should put it back up.
Yeah, but you won't get the hassle.
I don't think you would. Let's say I sent the video.
Yeah, don't mention them to that company.
Right, go back.
Right. No, go on, carry on.
So let's say I sent the video to the authority involved who own that place, who own that land.
Yeah.
And said, look, there's a guy here with his mate who hasn't broken into this property, who's just wandering to record the history of the place. Do you think it would be anywhere near their priority list of things they have to deal with when you look at people who genuinely trespass on their property, who cause damage, who thieve?
I think they could make an example of me. I think I'm encouraging other people to go in there. I think... But then again, when there's a video on YouTube and it's some guys that got inside a wind turbine, I think they broke in. They went up to the top of the wind turbine and was stood on top of it.
They would have definitely broken.
And it was incredible. And they got a lot of grief for it. But you were watching it, you were going, oh my God, that's still on YouTube. But I'm not the sort of person, my age, I don't want to be getting in trouble with the police, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if in doubt.
And this is what I do. What I'm doing now is sort of borderlining into like being naughty kind of thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, I don't know. What do you think? You know now why I took it down. I know trespass is a civil matter, but they could still have me, and I don't know whether the video implicates me and how I stand with it. So, the dilemma is there. Now you know everything. So anyway, that answers your question. So anyway, I went to a really good exhibition in the week. Anyone into Manchester music, and if you live in Manchester or near, get yourself down to the library, Central Library. There's an exhibition there called There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. Famous Smith's line.
I saw that stenciled, spray painted and stenciled on the side of a pub in Manchester.
Did you?
Yeah. When I first come to meet you at Zifferblatt, when we first met last year,
right,
it was there on the wall.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a Smith song, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a famous Smith song.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an exhibition in Manchester. It's at the Central Library, and it's called There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. And there's loads of photos there. I think a lot of them are by Kevin Cummins, who's the famous photographer at the time. And I've got some footage to show you. Anyway, he's going. I've only got him for 2 minutes. We're going to carry on making some music, and I'll show you in the next clip these photographs that I filmed sort of and took photos of photos And you might like it, you might not. So anyway, see you.
And I'm off. Bye.
Joy Division. I think that's from the famous sessions in January 1979. You could actually buy that picture. It was about £1,500 to buy, but it was signed by Kevin Cummins. Imagine that on your wall. Great stuff, eh? I know some of you can't get into Manchester because you live far away, but anyone that is in Manchester, if you get a chance, go and take a look at that. It's only a small exhibition, it's not very big. It's just on the first floor of the library. But if you like music from that time, 80s, 90s, well worth going seeing. Right, Shooter's Brook video. Raised more questions than it answered. You've suggested a lot of things to me, you know, measuring out on a map, sort of drawing arcs and trying to mark manholes. And it's all very interesting that, and I would like to do that. Very time consuming. I don't know what it would turn up. We may follow up Shooter's Brook, but I think we'd need some real good concrete leads before it's worth doing another video on it. One of the things that someone did suggest was the old food dye down the manhole, watch where it comes out type thing. And that is a really, really good idea if I could get a manhole open. So, good idea that. I might just try and follow that up. I'm not saying I will do it, but it's just something that's a seed planted in there. Right, and just hot off the press before I upload this video, Jeff Ashworth, who was the writer of the book The Lost Rivers of Manchester, has posted this picture of a map on Facebook. It's an 1848 Ordnance Survey map of the centre of Manchester. Right in the middle there is a factory, and I think it's over what is now Sackville Gardens, if you remember the Shooter's Brook video. And as we zoom in, just look at what is visible there that is peeping out at us. Shooter's Brook, and you can see there that gives an indication just to how much it was built over and culverted. And obviously even that last little bit that we can see there that's just peeping out now, clearly that eventually got covered as well. But yes, that is what was Sackville Gardens, that, and it's quite interesting that it's just about to see Shooter's Brook there. So while we're on the subject of waterways, about a week and a half ago I was in Manchester walking past the Rochdale Canal, and strangely it was all completely almost drained, and I don't know why. I know they were doing some work up in Ashton, whether that would affect it down in the city centre of Manchester, but I whipped out the old camera and did a little bit of filming around the Rochdale Canal Basin near Piccadilly, and it was quite strange the way there was a boat abandoned there and everything. Anyway, just take a look at this. Now that footage is in stark contrast, and it's completely changed now because it's been raining quite a lot. We're in December now. It's been raining in Manchester quite a lot, surprise, surprise. And the level of the canal is back up again now. So this is what it looks like now. Now, I really need to crack on with the River Medlock video. And like I keep saying, can you believe it was July when I was last walking in the waters of the Medlock? And it was gorgeous weather. Now for the next Medlock video, number 7, I wanted to get into the Medlock. And I know it's gone very cold, and I know it's going to be very different to when I was wading in it on a very hot day in a beautiful summer in July. But I want to get back in the Medlock, and I thought I'll go and take a look at some of the rivers in Manchester after all this rainfall and just try and see what the levels are like. So firstly, I parked my car and I took a look at the River Irk. So let's go and see how the Irk is looking at the moment. Right, so December, we've had full-on rainfall. Keeps showering all the time now at the moment. Actually, I'm just dodging the rain showers. Let's go and take a look at the River Irk. Small size river, small medium size river. Normally at this bit here off Collier's Road, about ankle to maximum knee depth. So I'll just show you what it's like at the moment. Okay, so quite full, and I wouldn't fancy walking in that. But if we really want to scare ourselves, let's go and take a look at the Irk just under Scotland Bridge. You may or may not know the area of Manchester. Just under Scotland Bridge, not far from Manchester Victoria Station. Let's go and take a look at it there. It's a big culvert, and I lowered a GoPro into it back in summer. Normally a really scary place. Let's go and see if we can see it while the river's higher and see if it's like even more scary. So it's kind of like a bridge under a bridge here. I'll just show you down here now into the blackness of this culvert. Let's go and take a look at the Medlock. Right, just off City Road in Manchester, and the Medlock is down here, just entering its final stages before it gets towards the Irwell. Normally this bit down here is a mere paddle, or it was in summer. Like I say, this will be the last bit that I ever do in the Medlock series. Let's have a look at it now. So what do you think? The Medlock doesn't look too bad, does it? Although it is quite fast flowing, and even in summer when it was like at low levels, there were still big deep parts in it. So quite a fast flow on it, and it looks, I'm not sure we should be getting into it at the moment. It looks a little bit foolish to be getting in. The Irk, which was the first river that I showed you, completely and utterly scary. Not going in that. Well, I weren't planning to anyway. But where it goes over the weir and underneath Victoria Station, Optimus Prime, terrifying. The weight of that water against you, can you imagine? Really terrifying. Anyway, that's probably the end of the video for now. It's just a little update video. Hope you don't mind these kind of videos. Oh, and just before I go, Stanage Tunnels. I meant to tell you, there used to be an urban myth about the Stanage Tunnels, right? When I was about 16, 17, and we first used to go down there and look at it and plan to go in, but we never did. There used to be an urban myth, and it was that deep inside those disused tunnels was a big line-up of old steam engines that were there being stored in case Britain had another war, like Third World War, and they will be brought out of storage to help with the war effort. I think we busted that myth when we went through the tunnels and there were no steam engines in there at all. But we semi-believed that at the time, back in the 80s. We thought that was true. When you think of it, really, it would be quite ridiculous because all the steam engines would just seize up in there, wouldn't they? But yeah, that was the rumour flying around back in 1984 about the Stanage Railway tunnels. That's the end of the video. I hope you didn't mind the silliness, and just to carry on that theme and show you that everything doesn't always go completely to plan on videos, I show you this little clip. But thanks for watching, and I shall see you very soon in the next adventure. See you soon. Hello, welcome back to another video. So, I've probably waited 30 years to make this video. We're about to... No, that's shit. Right.